Today, the 7-month search for Dylan Redwine officially ended.
His remains have now been positively identified. Searchers found them this week in a forest not far from where he went missing last November. Now comes the search for whoever dumped the 13-year-old boy in that forest. News 13's Lizzie Mitri is live in Durango, where she spoke tonight with the Redwine family. Lizzie?
Dick, we're told investigators broke the news to Dylan's parents here this morning. Now that the search for Dylan is over, the focus is on catching his killer.
There were so many things that I would have loved to have seen from him. You know, so many memories that I didn't get to have that, you know, it's hard to digest.
Corey Redwine is coping with the news that his younger brother, Dylan Redwine, really is gone.
Obviously, throughout this whole thing, we were hoping that we were gonna get the news that we'd be able to see him, and but you know, the reality is now that he's not with us. And
search parties have been looking for Dylan since November, when he vanished while on a court-ordered visit to his father, Mark Redwine's home in Vallecito, not too far from Durango. This week, searchers found Dylan's remains on Middle Mountain, a remote area about 8 miles from Mark's home. It's an area crews had searched before.
We didn't search it as thoroughly as we wanted for two reasons. It's a very rugged terrain. It goes from 8,000 to 11,000 feet altitude. It has sheer cliffs, miles-long drainages, heavy timber, a lot of undergrowth.
It was also covered in snow at the time. Last week, Corey and his mother came to Durango from their home in Colorado Springs for the extensive 5-day search. About that same time, Corey says his father went out of town.
we started the search on Saturday, and 2 days before the search, he went on a conquest for Dylan, as he says, to go to the lower 48 states and spread the word about Dylan.
Throughout the search, Corey and his mom have pointed to Mark as a suspect, and Corey tells us his dad may have left town on purpose just before crews launched this latest search.
It's possible, because we found things up there, and he left 2 days before the search. It's kind of odd.
We did try to reach Mark this afternoon, but he didn't answer our call. The sheriff's office has never named Mark as a suspect, although they have questioned him and searched his truck and his home. Back to you.
Okay, Lizzie, you will recall on the Dr. Phil show earlier this year, Dylan's father promised to take a lie detector test, but then backed out.